Hello everyone, hi, my name is Tamara Qaddoumi. I'm one of your health coaches at Basil Market, and today I'm going to be discussing a very important dear topic that I actually went through and recovered from, and now I'm preaching it to my clients, to my loved ones, and I'm now here preaching it out to you. So thank you Basil Market for this incredible platform where we're spreading awareness. So today's topic, we're going to be talking about why you should switch from commercial deodorants to natural deodorants. I'm really preaching this hardcore because I really suffered badly from this, and it's really important for you to know what you're actually constantly ingesting. And remember that when you're ingesting anything, it's not just what's on your plate. Remember that your skin is your largest organ, so it's constantly absorbing a lot and everything that you put in it. And it only actually takes 15 minutes to any of these products to get into your bloodstream. So can you imagine of a buildup that what causes every single day if you're using commercial products that are bad for us? First of all, commercial products have a lot of metals, parabens, which clog up a lot of things in your system, and endocrine disruptors in them in order for you to also get addicted to these products. The second thing is that high metals, which most of the time are involved in these commercial products, end up not only affecting your endocrine system that can make you infertile, it affects your memory, it affects your balance, it affects your sense of smell, it affects your neurological state. If actually it can cause you kind of going into a tendency of feeling a little bit more sad. It affects the dryness of your skin, tainting of the skin. There are many things that go under it, and this can actually cause you to go into methyl toxicity, which can be very, very deadly. And so this is actually one of the things that I went through. I only realized once I developed these symptoms coming in where my cycle actually stopped. And a lot of people actually tend to also experience lumps that get stuck under your armpits because of an accumulation of chemicals and bad bacteria, which are not exerted. So this comes back to why is it important to switch to a holistic brand. Guys, you are supposed to sweat. You are supposed to exert everything that comes out of your body. This is what your pores have been created for. They protect you from the bacteria, from the good and bad bacteria. And when you're feeding them commercial brands that clog up your skin so you don't sweat, this is actually what it's doing to your entire system. The thing is that it wasn't really accessible for us to kind of reach out to holistic brands, but now there are. So at the moment, I'm actually using this local brand by Aroma Sense, which I got on Mint Basil Market, and I'm very content with it. So I think I touched base on what harm it does to you, and now I'm going to touch base about the detox phase that you go through. So you need to remember with the detox phase is that you go through a purging period, which is completely normal. Just like when someone stops coffee, for example, they get headaches for a little while and then it goes away. So luckily, because we're in lockdown, and I think this is really appropriate, you need to understand with years of consuming all these chemicals that are stuck in your system, they're gonna have to come out. And when they come out, they're not gonna smell pretty. One of the scents actually that you're going to recognize is actually when you do use your commercial deodorant, after a few hours, you need to top it up because you begin to smell bad. That's because you actually have your system now that relies on this and won't function with it. And also, second thing is that that's actually the mixture of the bad bacteria and the chemicals that create the smell, because guess what, guys? Your sweat is supposed to smell funky. It actually smells pretty fine. It smells good. And so when you do make the switch, you're going to be really shocked about how good you smell if you are not putting more chemicals onto your body. I was really shocked when I made the switch. So remember, the best thing to do is that when you do switch, a lot of people go cold turkey, where they actually just don't wear any deodorant for 4 days. And then they introduce the new holistic commercial brand. Kind of like when you're going for a blood test, you make sure that you don't eat and you fast so that you come in with complete cleanse. That's kind of what some people do. Some people don't. Some people maybe like make the switch immediately, but then you'll realize that you're gonna have to maybe shower twice a day or so. So luckily we're in lockdown. But honestly, once you go through the purging period and that phase is done, the detox phase is done, it's gonna be a whole new world for you. So that's one thing I want to talk about. And you will never go back. You will never go back. The second thing that I really want to highlight is that not all holistic deodorants work for everyone. Every single body is different. It's kind of like when you spray perfume on your skin. Some of them just don't sit or smell as pretty as when they're on other people's skins. So that's kind of what also might happen with these products. But the great thing is that you can actually pass them on to someone else in the family and it can work. So you're also helping other people in the family to make the switch. So you need to understand and be patient that making such a journey with natural deodorant can take some time, but don't give up on that. All right, guys, last but not least, I'm going to tell you how to use the natural deodorant. Please keep in mind that when you do make the switch after the purging phase, which can actually last maybe 4 days to 1 week, is that you are going to sweat. Remember this. You have to recondition your brain, because we normally think that deodorant is not supposed to make us sweat. You are going to sweat in the beginning, and then what's going to happen is that your body is going to naturally adjust to the product that you're using, and then the sweating will diminish, except when you're working out, because you should sweat when you're working out, okay? So a lot of natural deodorants either come in spray form or in roll-up balm. This one is just like a sort of lip balm. It smells like lavender. It's delicious. And so the thing is that when you do come out of the shower, make sure that you are completely dry underneath your armpits. If you are not dry underneath your armpits and you apply this, what happens is that it can actually create not a very pretty scent. So really make sure that you are completely dry under your armpits. And what happens is that you just take a little bit, like a small ball, you roll it up, and then you just apply it on your dry armpit. And make sure, and when you're doing that, you're actually exfoliating. So if you have any skin that's been tinted from past deodorants, you'll begin to see that it'll begin to heal. So that is all for this episode. Thank you so much for watching this, and please do not hesitate to get in touch with me if you have more questions about mercury or metal poisoning, and you can follow me on the Talking Birdie with a Y. Thanks, guys.